Hello, here's my vlog for the 23rd of July 2023, and it is 10:12 a.m. on Sunday. All right, good. It's the freaking 24th already. My God, does time go by fast. Yeah, I have to get a roommate by the beginning of August. Hopefully this is a good time of year to do that. I got a bunch of photos of my room in case anybody wants to be my roommate. And look at my badass house. Badass house. Hamster. Guest room. Has their own refrigerator, bed, aircon, lights, starlight, desk, nice chair, big closet, another closet. We can grow weed here, grow weed there. Big kitchen with a washer, dryer, a washing machine, birds. You can get a tegu and a tortoise in there, hamster there, 2 ferrets, trees everywhere, chair, place to hang out. You can work out in here. You got a bob dummy. There's a clubhouse gym, $8.50 a month, right across the street from the big 24-hour fitness, and a Safeway. I mean, right in town, but on the edge of town. Couldn't do it good. Couldn't do any better. So I'm frantically trying to do 2 things. I have to pay my taxes. But I think my mom said something about I don't have to pay them until October or something. They have some kind of like extension. So that's actually not the priority right now. As soon as I get the time, I'm going to get on TurboTax and just push a bunch of buttons and just get through it. I did TurboTax once that way and it worked. And then I did it on H&R Block and it didn't work. So I have a higher success rate with TurboTax than H&R Block. And I never pay my taxes right anyway. I owe money from last year that I have to pay, but I don't have the money. So this one is Frazzle. These are my little guys. I have 2 of them. Yeah. And ferrets are the greatest, man. They just want to be your best buddy. They follow you around. So anyways, people say that they sleep a lot, but I found that my ferrets follow my sleep schedule. So like, I'm not here in the house, they're sleeping. I'm sleeping, they're sleeping, but as soon as I get up and I'm moving around, then they're up moving around. So it doesn't seem like they're always sleeping. And a lot of times they're both playing, but the thing about ferrets is they poop a lot and they eat a lot. So you have to spend a lot of money actually kind of on food. Like, well, not that much, but you got to get like a bag of food a month at least. And for 2 ferrets, and they're also pooping all day long. So if you're a lazy person who lets them poop and doesn't want to pick it up, then ferrets aren't for you. And people don't like to pick poop up for some reason. I don't like picking up dead animals up. That freaks me out. But the poop doesn't really bother me. My experience is roommates don't pick up poop, though, which is fine. Today I'm going to... There's 2 things that I have to do. I have to pay my taxes, but the most important thing, I have to get a roommate. So right now, after I do this video, I'm going to get on all the different roommate sites that I can. I think I'll just do 2 of the ones on Facebook, just the ones that you don't have to pay for, and hopefully I'll get some phone calls, and if I can get that squared away, that'll be good. And then as soon as I get the photos up and everything on the internet and write things, that's when I'm going to go and get on TurboTax to pay taxes. And after I've done the 2 things to get a roommate and pay taxes, that's going to be a big load on my shoulder. I don't think I'm going to prepare anything to say for the restraining order hearing. My mom and my brother did an Amber Heard on me, I told them that I didn't want to see him again, so then they got a restraining order against me to like try because they don't have YouTube videos and they don't know how to talk. So if they want to hurt me, they'd have to do the legal thing. So good for them. They get to pay $115 or whatever it is for a restraining order. And then they get to drag themselves into the goddamn courtroom. And I'll just be like, look, thought it was just my mom. I was just upset with her. So anyways, yesterday I went in. Oh, shit. Fucking battery's about to die. Okay. Yesterday, here, let's see if I can plug this up. None of these are long enough. Let's see if this one's long enough. Oh, look, it is. All right. Yesterday, I went in to do work. I put 160 bales of hay into a shed from a pile. Yeah, in like 3 hours or whatever. In the middle of the sun. I went there at like 1:30. Hottest day of the year. Sweating my ass off. But I got $230, which is good because I only have like $350 for the rest of the month. And my family might rob me. I think they're gonna start robbing me. They're gonna start taking $1,200 out a month for me because they're jealous. And apparently my website's not a job. So good. That means I can do OnlyFans. And if I make money on OnlyFans, all of a sudden that's a job. Because a job is what you make money with, according to my family. The only metric for having a job is if you make money or not. It's the only thing. So, and nobody wanted to give me any money for my website because I'm not dumb. Even though I'm the only person in the world with yada, yada, yada. Don't make me waste time just listing all the things on my website. But I'm the only person in the world that has those. People don't like history books all in one page and stuff like that. That's fine. Well, actually, people do. It's just that my family is a bunch of retards. So it's better to not hang out with anybody if the people you have to hang out with are fucking morons. And then if I ever do hang out with somebody, they're going to have something to say about my website that's positive. So, what I'm going to do is set up an OnlyFans. Anyways, I was trying to talk about that the other day, but I didn't get around to it. I got kind of like distracted. I'm going to, I don't want to be a rainbow, not a drainbow. I don't want to be one of these people who pisses people off because I have some experience with OnlyFans as a customer because I'm into tall girls and muscle girls. And then as I'm going there looking at tall girls and muscle girls, I've noticed that young girls are fucking naked all over the place too. It's kind of like grown a lot in recent years as far as like more people. But yeah, you have the drainbows and the rainbows. You know, like the rainbow. Yeah, the rainbow is the person at the rainbow gathering. They put the money in, and the rainbow they put their hand in, and then they but there's nothing in their hand, and they're like. And so, yeah, there's people, and I'm not going to drop any names, but there's like a couple years ago when I was into OnlyFans, I was like, ooh, I want to see like a 6'5" naked girl in the shower. And I was even writing girls. I'm like, where's the 6'5" naked girls in the shower? I was like writing fucking girls on Instagram and stuff. It was crazy. Of course, nobody's answering me. But, no, obviously one who had an OnlyFans video photos. So it's like you pay money. This is back in the olden days. They don't really do that anymore, but you would pay like some big 6'5" girl has OnlyFans, and it's like $10. And you get in, and it's like the same exact photos in there as in their Instagram. There's no difference. And then I even wrote one of those girls who didn't have anything, and I'm like, just to talk. I'm like, I had a couple of questions or something like that, and didn't even write me back. So they're just like, and I'm not going to say who it was, and I don't think they have an OnlyFans name. Maybe they do, but there's people like that, and they don't even have anything to offer. It's not like, hey, look, I'm a special person with something to offer, but I don't make money with it. So then they have the ones who charge $20 a month, and I don't pay $20 a month. I don't think I've ever paid $20 a month to be a member. There's this one girl named Hunter Henderson who's $20 a month. And I'm like, ooh, I'd follow her. Even though I've already seen her leaks in full nude, I still would do OnlyFans to pay her, might even $20, just because she can bench press like 315 pounds, 320 pounds, like multiple times. It's like, Jesus Christ. And she's topless and there's like muscles popping up. But I'm like not rich enough. If I was like if I had, had money, maybe I'd pay the $20. But my limit personally is I'd go up to $15 a month once. I go $10 a month once. If it's $8 a month, there's a big difference between $8 and $10 a month for me. If it's $8 a month, I would do recurring. If I had a little bit more money than I do now, I would do recurring at $8 a month. Like girls like here. Let me show you some of the girls who I follow, who I would follow on OnlyFans if I had the money. There's Olivia Madison, and I follow her on Instagram. Olivia Madison is really hot, 6'4". I sent her an email and I'm like, oh, can I send you a dick pic? She's like, yeah, dick pics all the way, like for free. And so she's like a professional like porn girl before that. And so, and I think the ones who make money and who do well are the ones who respond, who would like say something like that, like how she did. You have your I would have my messages set to free and not you have to tip or I suggest you tip, just straight up free. And I think some of the girls who make the most money on it are really liberal with their material and affordable. And they follow me even they follow me and even would message me like telling me how much price things are. Even though I don't follow them. And they have their tip thing off. So the girls I'm talking about is like Kira Jaston, and she's friends with Rose Fit, and these are muscle girls. But you can tell they're making a lot of money because they're like traveling all over the world. They're going to like Dubai, and like Vladislava Galagan. I follow her on Instagram also. And I don't follow her on OnlyFans, but she's $10 on OnlyFans. And if I had just a little bit more money, I would follow her on OnlyFans. And I have followed her before. I followed her like once before. And I don't think I ever messaged her on OnlyFans. But she makes a lot of money. She's like in Dubai, and then she's in Malta. Staying in nice hotels. And so the ones who make a lot of money don't charge much. Kiara Jaston charges like $3 a month, but then they're doing all these upsells. And she has, and I was actually texting those girls like last week because I got, like a week ago, I got a bottle of Jägermeister because I wanted to celebrate. I was super excited about, about my project where I am going to name all the chapters in all the books. My family members are morons, so they don't care about that. That's why I don't talk to them. But there are a few people on this retarded fucking planet that would appreciate the fact that I am labeling the labels of all the different chapters of all the historical books because it's kind of like blankets. And I was super excited about that because it was this new project that I had. I have to be clear of mind, though, to be able to stay consistent with that. I can't have polluting people like my mother and my brothers constantly telling me how I'm an idiot and I need to go get a job, or they're going to sell my apartment for me. Then I get kind of discombobulated and I can't. I'm like horrified and traumatized by that. So I'm going to shut those fucking assholes out, and then I can focus on naming all of these chapters. But I was so happy about that I was like, let's get some Jägermeister. But I drank the whole bottle. I think it started coming. So anyways, so I found out that Kara Jaston will charge you will charge me. Like she's telling me, even though I don't follow her. Because even though, see, if somebody followed you once and then they don't follow you anymore, it doesn't mean you can't keep sending them things to sell. Anybody that's what I'm gonna do. Anybody who's ever followed me, even if they don't follow me, or they're still getting messages like, here, buy this, buy this, buy this. So anyway, I go, what's this lifetime VIP? Oh no, I go, how much for a dick? I was like, can I send you a dick pic for free? She's like, no, and I'm like, well, but you pay, and I'm like, well, how much? $150. But it's $150 for lifetime VIP, and then you can get as many dick ratings as you want or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. And and she's always selling stuff, and they only want to. You can become a member for $3 a month, and I think I did that like last month. Yeah, and then there's a Rose Fit. I actually sent her a dick pic, but then she deleted it. So then I wrote her, I'm like, can I send you a dick pic for free? She's like, no. Those are $35. I'm like, yeah, but not to rate it, just to send it. And they're like, no, just to send it. And I'm like, okay. And then there's this other girl named Molly Stewart, who's 6 feet tall and is a muscle girl and is really hot. And she starts following me on TikTok. I don't have any videos on TikTok, and like pretty much nothing on Instagram. Although I'm not gonna smoke any more weed, so I'm gonna start getting prolific because I need to make money getting my dick out on OnlyFans. And then she's texting me on TikTok, and then she starts, and I think I said something to her like, oh cool, and then she follows me on Instagram and starts texting me on Instagram. So then I'm like, who is this chick? So I go to OnlyFans and she's like free. Happens to be free for OnlyFans, just for a month. So I'm like, is that you who's been messaging me following me on TikTok and Instagram? She's like, no, that's not me. That's just somebody pretending to be me. And I send her a dick pic. She's like, you can't send me dick pics. You have to pay money for that. And I'm like, okay. But then the next day, a couple days later, I'm like, hey, what's the deal with having to send you money to send you dick pic? Like, I thought the money was to say something about my dick, but not to send it. She's like, no, just to send it. And it's like, okay, fine. I was going to argue, but then I realized that all those other girls are the same way. So yeah. So then there's Lexa Stahl, who I think she charges like $3. And she used to charge, she was like the first person on OnlyFans I followed. Because I wasn't even on OnlyFans, and I was like liking all these muscle girls a couple years ago. 2 or 3 years ago or whatever, I don't know, 2 years ago, on Instagram before I deleted all the muscle girls. Now I only follow tall girls on Instagram. But she actually commented back. She's like, thanks for the likes. Check out my OnlyFans. I'm like, okay. So I go in there, and I think she was like $15. She was like $25 a month. But then she'd do discounts for $15, and now she's at $3 because I guess they figured out that if you just do $3 for monthly, they could give you $3 per monthly, and then they can upsell you. And so she's always trying to upsell me. And I actually did give her good money because she's the only girl who does this thing that I like, where she's like a jujitsu muscle girl, and beats dudes up with the jujitsu. And I actually paid for that. And that was expensive. That was like $40 or something because I didn't see anything like that. It was good. She's good too. But I don't think I only did that once. And then there's tall girls. And there's this one tall girl. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I was following her for a month. And I got one of those texts like, "Who's the tallest girl you've ever had sex with?" So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I said it was only like 5'9". But and then I was like, oh, but I saw a couple of other girls like just on the street or whatever. And she writes back, she goes, ooh, that's too long to read. Here, just buy this. And this is a girl who like never. The photos on her OnlyFans are the same exact as the ones on Instagram. Like there's not even like a shade of nipple or the top of her butt or her legs or anything. She's just like basically like a tall money grubber. So I wasn't cool with that. I just deleted her. And then there's Elizabeth Cambridge, who I guess is, she probably makes a lot of money, but she doesn't get naked. At least I don't know if she does. Maybe if you make friends with her, she would. She seems like the kind of person who you could do DMs with, because she like writes me back like saying my name and stuff. But I haven't really said that much to her. And I think she's like, oh yeah, because she was $5 a month. But then she's gonna go up to 15, and I don't know if I can do 15. So, anyways, so I basically know what if you're super poor or super stingy, super poor, like a minimum wage type person, then I know what you would pay for and what you wouldn't pay for. So what I'm gonna do is I don't want to be a drainbow, even though I'm accused of being a drainbow by my family. My own personal law code is I'm never going to be a drainbow. I'm not going to be one of these like leeches, and I think I'm actually pretty appropriate for OnlyFans because I'm the type of a person who deserves to have fans because of my website, because I make a website that increases knowledge and education, but it doesn't make money. Increasing knowledge and education doesn't make money because it's an abstract thing, secondary thing. People would only pay for something that if it's like sexual or it's like immediate gratification, but like general knowledge. Nowadays, even I would even have to kind of maybe convince people how my website's even better than the other ones to read books, because people aren't into history books. And it's not just my website. My website has had like 1,500 hits in the last 20 years or whatever. And nobody's ever mentioned that there is a website. In person, the people who I interact with in person have never even one time acknowledged I have a website, unless one time that this cousin said he needed to get my uncle's name off. Unless they have a problem with it, then they would. But it's not just me that people aren't interested in terms of like history books and stuff. If you look at the websites where I got my history books from, Plato, Aristotle, these kinds of books, archive.org, Prometheus.org or whatever. If you go to archive.org and you look at these really popular books like Plato's Republic, they have counters. And so you can see exactly how many people in the entire world have been to that page, and it's only like less than 100. It's like 95, 20, 150. So people are not into history, although they're going to get into it really soon. So I could get on OnlyFans and be like, look, I need fans. I have fans. I deserve fans. Look at my website. Look at what my website's going to be in about 3 years if I work 18 hours a day, 16 hours a day, 2 hours of exercise a day. And then I'll get my dick all out, and then you can watch me lift weights, and you can see me improve, right? So if you want to, like for me, if I wanted to see some super hot female bodybuilder like Emily Brand or Paige Dumars or there's a few super hot. Oh, then there's Hana Hussein. These types of chicks. If you want to see one of these girls, like super hot muscle chicks, walk around naked, and I've followed all those girls at one point. Then watching them just walk around once naked, like in the shower or whatever, or work out, that's cool. But I can totally see wanting to do that a month later. Even though it's the same person, they're a month later, and maybe she's hot in a different way. Like maybe a little bit more muscular, maybe a little bit more lean. You know what I mean? And so if you stay, and so that's actually more apropos to me because I can improve. I can start out as the funny fat guy with no muscles. As you can tell, I have no muscles. All my muscles, because I totally. Well, I guess it's not that bad, but I just pulled my muscle though by doing that. I totally sacrifice everything in my life. I sacrifice my physical health, any kind of activity, just for my website. But the only the reward I get from my family is that they're going to try to rob me kick me out. They need to sell the apartment to somebody else because I'm never going to have a job. And so I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. Maybe I should just take care of myself a little bit in case they kick me out on the streets. At least I have a body that functions, And so anyways, people are saying how they're making all this money, all that money on OnlyFans, and they don't have anything to them besides their OnlyFans. They don't have a website like me. They didn't create all of history on Google Earth that you can download and look at. Every time I say that, it hurts me to say that, because most of the time I say it to my mom, because I know that when I'm talking, people are going, because that's what my mom does. I have every history book in the history of mankind, the entire book on one page with all of the titles, the chapters titled. All right, whatever, dude. So, anyways, I have a thing. That's why I have to keep my family out. They're like, whew, traumatized me. I have to keep I have a family. I mean, a fan base, or I should have a fan base. I could have a fan base, and so I have all the links of all the stuff on my website. And but then I work out, and so here's what I want to do. So $10 a month just to get in, because that's cheap, that's affordable. $10 a month just to get in, and then every single workout I do, I'm in the nude, totally in the nude. So it's all nude, and it's tons of photos and lifting and flexing, and it's the same flex and lifts every day, just simple stuff with my cell phone. And then upselling is masturbation, and then upselling masturbation to a specific person, upselling. And then all friendly for gay and tranny. I'd masturbate to men. I wouldn't be masturbating to the men. I'd be looking at like a picture of a girl, but the man would be in the photo. And what else? Upselling. Just like the raunchy stuff would be the upselling, and then the stuff without the upselling is just nude working out. And so then I would turn it into like a profession, like an actual kind of like professional athlete thing. Like I'm trying to get my physical fitness up, and I'm monitoring the physical fitness, and I also want to standardize, make popular dumbbell workouts, like second floor, because I live on the second floor in an apartment. Second floor apartment dumbbell style workouts where you don't drop the dumbbell. You have perfect form. You set it down nice and easy on your second floor apartment, and you're doing full range, and it's just perfect form, full range, and you do the exercise with the dumbbell complexes. And I want to do that on OnlyFans because I want to spread it. I want that to be like mainstream. I want other people to do it. Like I want to see. I would even pay, but I wouldn't pay those super strong girls because they want to charge me like $200. But I would even pay a female athlete to do the exact exercise that I do, especially as I'm not that strong. Because then to be like, oh wow, look at that, you did it, and you're strong. So, anyways, so I could get other people into, and everybody into actually lifting weights, also, and not just that stuff. So, people are saying like, oh, I'll get all this money, that money. So if I can get like $100 a month, if I can get like 1/20th or 1/10 of what everybody else is getting, I feel like I'm the guy who like is immune to making money. Then at least that'll reduce the chances of me having to, not be able to pay off my 3 credit cards that are maxed out. My 3 credit cards are maxed out because I maxed out 2 credit cards setting up my apartment. And I thought that would mean to my family, yeah, I intend on staying here. But to my family, that means, oh, you have no money, you have to leave. Oh, wow, you guys are fucking assholes, okay. And also, I got $8,500. I spent $8,500 on a 1,000 watt car stereo for my Impreza one day before my mom gave away $16,000 in a phone scam. So I had to sell the car the next day after that. So that's why I'm so broke. And my brothers, instead of blaming my mom, they blame me because I didn't get a roommate right away. So anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. Right now, I'm gonna I really have 3 things I need to do. I need to get the roommate first, pay taxes number 2, and after I have those done, then I'm gonna set up my OnlyFans and start working out and try to get in shape and maybe and then put the advertisements, the promotion. I've been watching the YouTube videos, and I can promote myself, I guess, a little bit with my YouTube and my website, but effectively not really, because I only get like 20 hits on my videos, and it's a lot of people who watch me on YouTube are gay dudes, though. Over the years, and so I have one thing going for me, and the gay guys like me. I'm not gay myself, but I don't mind it when they are gay on me, especially on OnlyFans if they can give me money. And what was I saying? Um, oh yeah, and then get on Reddit. I'm just gonna get on Reddit and on all these different forums and websites and forums and be like, history forum, this forum, that forum. Be like, check out my website. I know it's not done yet. I need like 3 more years, but maybe it's done enough for you to understand that there's something to it. Go to my OnlyFans, be my fan, hook me up with some money because I didn't make any money with the website, not a single penny yet. I could get on some money raising. I'm on Patreon, never made a penny on that, but I got on this other one. I can't remember what it's called, and I made $10 off that. So yeah, the reason I'm not making any money with my website is because it's not done yet. There's too many kinks in it that make it pretty much not workable. As soon as it becomes workable, I don't think that it'll be as it won't be something that retards like my family members will insult, because maybe I'll be making a little bit of money from like foundation or from ads, from advertising. So anyways, but that's like 3 years though. It's a big site. It's going to take 3 years. That's why I need to start making my money now. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my plan. Right now, set up the roommate, try to get the ad for the roommate, and then pay the taxes. And then if I have the time, go and set that up. And maybe even work out if I can. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.